What's going on, guys? This your boy John the Liquidator coming back with a major story. So it looked like famed NBA trainer Chris Brinkley has broken his silence about Caitlin Clark and potentially working with her to make a healthy recovery for the 2026 season. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Now, one thing about this story that is major, because Chris Brinkley is a phenomenal trainer. Now, some of you guys might not know this. Drew Hanlon is another phenomenal trainer. I actually know Drew. I went to high school with Drew Hanlon, and I wish Caitlin would work with him too. But with that being said, Chris Brinkley is up there as well, and I got to show some love to him. He went on a podcast and he spoke about Caitlin. Now, we know everything that Caitlin Clark has been dealt with for the 2025 season. Injuries, medical staff looking questionable, which I synced that whole little post about the job, which I'm going to make a video about it probably some point this week. I got to learn a little bit more in regards to that department. But Chris Brinkley is up there. If we're talking like trainers, we're talking getting players ready. Chris Brinkley worked with LeBron James, Kevin Durant. The list goes on and on and on. I'm talking about multiple NBA champions this young man has been featured with, worked with, and for Caitlin Clark to potentially be on his list, somebody he's eager to work with, Caitlin Clark need to quick, fast, swiftly start working with him, because we know there's a lot of things to Caitlin Clark game that she could work on. And one thing being dealing with the physicality of it all. Now, we seen them telling her to add the muscle. We ultimately know that did not work. I believe the muscle was kind of what contributed to a lot of her injuries for the 2025 season. But if she could somehow work with Chris, he can come up with a system to help her either get out of these tough situations that she be in, especially in certain traps, and then turn around and once again adjust, either, shoot off the dribble, something to help her get out of these situations with the physicality of the league. That'd be dope. But with that being said, let's check out what he had to say. Roll the footage.
Yeah. Structure of that specific team.
Yes.
So
yeah. You just called it.
Sometimes
some teams are like, no,
they've got
you need to be with me a year for the first 3 years. This is happening with me and Caitlin Clark. So Caitlin Clark finished her rookie season. We've been talking for a few years, and
you worked with Caitlin Clark?
So we were going to work last summer, but I was gonna have to go to Indianapolis, and I respect it. Like when you're young on your team, you work out at your practice facility. Yeah. So I'm hoping now this off season,
I love it.
I'm hoping that she'll come to New York and we'll get some work. And she's the reason why the WNBA has become so big. I would love to work with her.
Yeah.
She's an amazing talent. She's changed the game.
She has absolutely changed.
Yeah.
Women's sports
for sure.
Just
and I love
generally
competitiveness too.
Oh man, I know. She's that's the other piece too, that like it's okay for women to be competitive.
Sure.
And that was one series that was crazy, bro. She walked out on the court with her black Air Force Ones. We all remember that moment. Now, goes on to say, Lexie Hull stated, I mean, what the hell? The Air Force One magic faded as the Fever lost out in Game 5 versus the Aces. Now, she said, I would say, I think Caitlin Clark has the best sneaker game because I think it gets the most amount of free shoes. And also, Tosh has a really good sneaker game. She's like retro colors, which I think is really cool. Now, Lexie Hull was on Soul Retriever YouTube channel. Shout out to Soul Retriever. They big, man. They really, really, really big. So they celebrities' houses and, stuff like that. And check out their closet. Well, Lexie Hull appeared on an episode of Soul Retriever. I didn't even know that they had this little bit of subscribers. But guys, definitely go to Soul Retriever. Show them some love, bro. Because, if y'all don't know, I'm a big sneaker guy, bro. I got a crazy shoe collection. But, I try to leave my personal life out of it. I'm launching a third channel, JTL 3.0. That is exclusively going to be about my life because so many people keep copying me. And I think it might be, just to add something different.
What's a recent pair that you picked up?
Ooh. Well, I got a few of these from JD Global Access, but these I think are my favorite new pair that I got. And you can.
I look like Lexie still got a black eye, bro. I think she still got a black eye, bro. No way do she still got a black eye. Now, this came out yesterday. Hold on, let me see.
We're going to take these. I mean, I feel like I need to take like my most valuable ones. So these. But I'd probably leave these. No, I would take these. Yeah, these. We're running out. And then we're going to come back and get 3 more. And then, yeah.
Most sentimental sneaker in the room.
Memories. These were a gift from my fiance, which I'm obsessed with.
Those are nice.
Most expensive pair of sneakers in your closet.
Probably those. Or these. One of my Travis Scott.
Cool. Those are nice, man. But this is the video here. I'm not going to play all of it. It's like a 8-minute video. You guys could go check it out on Soul Retrievers. Go show them some love. Check out the video. But we got to get back to this article, man. So goes on to say Caitlin Clark has his Nike signature deal, which we already know. But I'm trying to get to the locker room part. When asked, she said, I think Caitlin Clark, next year, these are Fever shirt. She is restricted. Okay, here we go. But will Lexie Hull be wearing the Indiana Fever shirt? She's a restricted free agent this offseason for the very first time. She said, I'm a restricted free agent. So I think that changes things a little bit. I've loved my years here in Indiana. Obviously, without an uncertainty, you don't know what's to come. But I built a life here. I love this franchise. I love the people, the fans. So we'll see what comes. If judged by the atmosphere, right? A lot of uncertainty. You don't know what's to come, man. But I built a life here. I love the franchise. I love the people and the fans. So we'll see what comes if judged by the atmosphere. Fever should try and return, but a lot can change by 2026. Now, it goes on to talk about the CBA negotiations. I think this article clickbaited me because I'm not saying anything here about the locker room, man. And that's the biggest talk of the hour, man. I'm going to play a little bit of the video I did yesterday speaking about Adam Silver and this thing getting real, man. Get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this. Like always, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out. This is serious. This is very, very, very serious. The reason this is serious, not only just for the NBA, but for the WNBA as well. We know the WNBA is also being pretty much ran for the most part by Adam Silver and Kathy. You know, they kind of run this thing together. Now, with that being said, Kathy pretty much is the figurehead of it all, but Adam Silver definitely was the guy that helped the WNBA land that $2 billion media rights deal. So when the NBA had went up for their new proposal, he made sure to include the WNBA in. So you guys might not notice a lot of the owners in the NBA own a bunch of the WNBA as well. Now, with that being said, this whole situation with this illegal gambling thing with Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, and many other things has definitely took the sports world by storm. Me personally, I feel like this is going to be, if all of this information that has been released by the government is true, this is going to be the biggest sports scandal in the world ever. We're talking x-ray tables, see-through glasses, contacts, like it's the whole works, bruh. Players faking injuries. That's just a little bit. Now, this is where I feel like it's going to take place in the W. We know the Wall Street Journal released an article months ago about Caitlin Clark civil rights being violated, about them kind of targeting her, and people should be held accountable. Me personally, I feel like this is the first domino headed towards that direction, because I said it once and I said it again. Caitlin Clark is America's sweetheart. She's like Taylor Swift, bro. And